What is up, good people, and welcome to the All Basketball Podcast. Wow, I'm here for another quick segment, 15 to 30 minutes, maybe if that. But I can't believe we have a game six in the NBA Finals coming up on Sunday night. It's early Saturday morning. Good morning, all you folks. Good afternoon in advance. Good evening if you're listening to that point, but this is I'm happy about this one. Hey, Sunday night tomorrow I could be in a different state of mind, have a different mood. But for right now, the Heat survived. The Heat keep the series going, winning 111, 108. And one amazing game, one back and forth game. You had big shots on both ends down the stretch, from LeBron to making some kind of crazy left-handed and one shot. Anthony Davis putting back a Caldwell Pope missed three to put the Lakers ahead again, and Jimmy Butler patented mid-range turnaround fadeaway. And then it pretty much came down to free throws, and Butler 12 or 12 perfect from the line, hit the game winner free throws, and Tyler Hero sealed it with a couple after Danny Green's miss. And I want to get to that first. I don't want to bury that too much because critical play. So with around 16, a little over 16 seconds left, pretty much 17 seconds left, after Butler makes his two free throws to put the Heat up by a point, LeBron has it after timeout. LeBron has it near midcourt, dribbling down the clock. He goes right, collapses the defense. Well, before that, Danny Green comes up to set a screen, but then he fades. Butler stays with LeBron. Hero goes with LeBron as well. And other guys on that side, I think Jay Crowder, maybe Adebayo or Iguodala. There's like four Heat players over there. So the defense is totally collapsed. LeBron passes it to Green, top of the key. Danny Green, 40% career three-point shooter. Hit 2 of 4 in the game. But this shot, I just knew it was going in. But it hits the rim short. But then the Lakers get the offensive rebound with like 6 seconds left. I'm like, oh man, they're still gonna win this game or go ahead, because Miami had no more timeouts. And Maurice comes up with the loose ball and pressures on. Maybe should have shot it. He was in the mid-range, but in that case, he's a role player. Where are my best two players? AD's on the block. You think he had Bam on his hip with his hand up, like throw it over the top. LeBron's kind of in the short corner, the same corner he was still in. But Jimmy Butler's playing in the in between both of them. And Maurice throws the pass, and it just goes out of bounds. Like, looked like somebody tipped it, but they didn't. Turn over, Heat ball, pretty much ball game. They don't even get another shot. Wow, it was unbelievable, and the pressure was on. People might want to compare him to what J.R. Smith did in the 2018 finals when he didn't know score in time, but it was a little different. At least he knew they had to score. He was looking for one of the two best players, either Davis or LeBron, and time was ticking down. Nerves on edge. Hey, I gotta get the ball to one of them. I see Anthony Davis close to the basket. I throw the perfect lob pass. He's probably sure to lay in, and he went for that, but that pass just sailed. Like, nerves got the best of him, and that was it. Yeah, LeBron was kind of open in the corner, but Jimmy Butler was playing such midfield that he definitely could have went either way or closed out to LeBron, but maybe LeBron pulls up and makes that shot still. definitely within his range. But LeBron made the right play. But where maybe it could have went different, you had 40 points, double-digit rebounds, and you were 6 of 9 from three. I'm not saying take a three in that situation, but maybe you just look to go with Butler, don't have a screener come to bring another man, and because by him driving right, that would have been a tough pull-up. I never really seen him make that shot, and he would have had to shoot it off the glass. Not really a shot. I know he made the one in Toronto a few years back, but he was driving left. This one definitely would have been a really tough shot, and Jimmy Butler was right there and other defenders. So the right play was made to kick the ball back out to a wide open Danny Green. But in this case, you got 40 points. Your jump shot's falling, 6 of 9 from three. Maybe you do your little thing when you hesitate, when you look at your hand and like you're about to drive and you pull up. Maybe Jimmy Butler falls for it or backs up just enough to give you a clear look at the rim, or do some type of pull up, or even go to your post fade type shot. Because I think he made that shot in the last game to kind of not close the game out, but kind of keep them ahead. He's made it before. So maybe you go with that, but driving the corner and kicking it out, yeah, in hindsight, it wasn't the best play, but it was the right play. But y'all wore these black jerseys that you've been wearing in honor of Kobe. So you're talking this Mamba mentality. We're doing this for Kobe to an extent. Definitely understandable due to his death, but in that situation, Kobe's probably going to dribble it down, and he's taking a shot. Just a killer mentality. I know that isn't always LeBron's thing, but the jump shot's falling. It's all about Mamba mentality. Hey, if I'm not taking the shot, Anthony Davis is taking the shot. But Danny Green was wide open, two-time champion, knocked down 2 of his previous 4 shots from deep, knocked down some big ones earlier in that quarter, or at least one big one. I know they helped him come back because they were down. 10 minutes left, like 11 points. And the momentum shifted and they got right back into the game. But not really nitpicking on that play. It was the right play, but it's just something that is kind of haunted LeBron, and those situations like this, he's going all the way to the basket, or he's never really had that confident pull-up game. And throughout the history of basketball with perimeter players, I mean, as recent as Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, going back to Kobe, going back to Jordan, when you see those big time shots, those guys are getting to a certain spot, something they've done over and over again, and they're pulling up from there, and they're living with it. Yeah, I know LeBron has, I think, more clutch shots, more shots made in the clutch than Kobe and Jordan, but when they've had to go to what they know they went to it, and it's been those type of shots. Or, yeah, 3 is far, but your 3 was falling. I know a lot of them were set shots. They were sagging off of you, but maybe you just come with a different shot. I guess as far as now I'll move to the controversy, or some more controversy. I saw Red Frank Vogel was complaining about 2 calls that went in favor of Jimmy Butler. I can't remember them. I can't really remember the Maurice one offhand, but the one on Anthony Davis. I know he jumped straight up, but he did meet Butler at certain points where he didn't stay vertical all the way, just jump straight up and stay vertical. And there was definitely body contact. But, and even Jeff Van Gundy pointed out on the broadcast that, yeah, Davis was vertical, but he floated over, jumped over to meet Butler, and then Butler had to contort. And due to that contact, he wasn't that played a part in him not making the shot. Now, if he contorts and makes the shot, maybe you play on, but you have body contact, he misses the shot, that's a foul. But he still had to go and make the free throws, and he made the clutch free throws, 12 for 12 from the stripe. And he's shooting an outstanding percentage during this series. And for the game, just an impressive 35 points, shot over 50%, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, not many turnovers, definitely less than 5, and then 5 steals. I mean, what a stat line. I'm not big on the triple-double, and I understand what it means, but still, what a stat line to have, triple-double and 5 steals to show that you're not just impacting the offensive end, but you're taking the ball away from the defense with those 5 steals. And it's been a funny series. And as far as Jimmy Butler, he stepped it up. And since this regular season's numbers were like under 20 points a game, playoffs, he stepped it up. Now in the finals, he stepped it up even more, like superstars have to do. And you have to definitely say Jimmy Butler's a superstar at this point. It was kind of sketchy. Certain people were like, all-star, good player, but you need somebody else. Maybe you will need some. Maybe this will be more proof that he needs somebody else. But biggest stage, he's stepping up, definitely like a superstar. And in the 2 games he's won, he's recorded a triple-double. So a little interesting neat stat there that Jimmy Butler gets a triple-double. It produces a win for the Heat. A little funny correlation, but and then also got to give major credit to the rookie Duncan Robinson. Prior to this game, I mean, all he does is shoot threes. He tries on defense, but most time he's getting burned on that end. Quick trivia, you can't give him any room. All he does is shoot threes. If he's not making threes, he's not really impacting the game out like that. But I know last game he had a couple of deflections, got a steal. And in this game, he took a key charge against LeBron that they reviewed, but the call stood because it was clearly a charge. But for him to be so bad, 8 of 26 from 3, that's what you do. And you're shooting 8 of 26 from 3. This game you come out and hit. I know it was. You go 7 of 13 from the arc, 8 of 15 overall for 26 points. He wasn't ready to go home, wasn't ready to lead the bubble. Big time credit to the rookie Duncan Robinson. Somebody else had to step up and help Jimmy Butler because it wasn't Heroes night. Solid game, 12 points, made 2 threes. Adebayo wasn't 13 points, definitely wasn't great. Kendrick Nunn was key off the bench, 14 points on 6 of 11 shooting. Hit some big time threes. But Duncan Robinson was the second guy, the big complimentary piece to help them survive in this series, making those 7 threes. And even, I definitely know he had at least one 4-point play. So him and Crowder both had 4-point plays. And yeah, just major credit to him and the Heat for surviving in this thing, keeping it going, making my prediction somewhat come true, because still can come true, because I had in my heart, I figured LA in 6. In my head, I wanted Miami in 6. That's not possible anymore, so it can only be Miami in 7 now. So I'm just hoping for that. But like I said earlier, Sunday night, Lakers still can wrap it up. LeBron, Anthony Davis can have 2 more great games. Jimmy Butler play as well, but maybe nobody else helps him. And LA rolls on to the 17th title in the history of the franchise, match the Celtics. LeBron captures his 4th title, and Anthony Davis gets his 1st. And speaking of Davis, another good game, 28 points. They get 12 rebounds. Yeah, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Another good game, but the interesting thing about the series is that outside of this game and the 2 losses, he pretty much hasn't been the best player. But in the 3 wins, he's been very impressive. LeBron's been impressive as well, great as well. But Davis had some impressive performances in those 3 games that the Lakers have won. But he still probably fell a little behind in the MVP race with LeBron, because LeBron putting up 40, hitting 6 threes, grabbing a lot of rebounds. And LeBron has been very good during this series, not really forcing anything. He hasn't shot well from the perimeter for majority of the series, but against that zone, he got in holes, cut to the basket when he needed to, found holes to get easy baskets, and then his passing is still there. You can definitely see a drop off sometimes when he goes to the basket. He doesn't have the explosion and lift like he used to. I mean, especially if someone's right there on him. I mean, because he's getting the shot blocked. And at the age of 35, you can expect that. I mean, it's nothing out of the ordinary. You slow down as you age, and he's 35 isn't old, but on the basketball court, you're not young. You're not that young spring chicken anymore. You know, just some plays you can see the loss in athleticism or explosion, which you didn't see even a few years ago. But he's racking up the minutes and the miles, and Father Time, as they like to say, is always undefeated. But if he plays an impressive game in Game 6, not a bad game, maybe it won't even matter, but he'll probably lock up his 4th Finals MVP. But and which is deserved. But it's funny. I mean, Anthony Davis might have to get some more consideration, or maybe he's just turning more into their most important player. Definitely the most talented at this point, since he's the younger guy and causes all types of matchup problems for the Heat. He's going to be their most important, because in the 3 games they've won, he's just been outstanding. But LeBron's been consistent throughout the 5 games so far. But right now, and LeBron's been shooting better from the free throw line, and much credit to him for that, for cleaning that up, getting that. But at this point, Anthony Davis has not missed a free throw in the finals. And people like to talk about guys joining the 90, 50, 40 club. Right now, Anthony Davis is a part of the 100, 60, 50 club. Perfect from the line, 60% from the field, 50% from three, even though he's not taking a lot of threes, and then he's giving you plenty on defense, making steals, recovering the block shots. And he's been so good. When they put him on Jimmy Butler, you've seen how Jimmy Butler has been slowed down, and maybe some of it's due to Butler playing most of the game, so he's getting tired late, but he's guarding Jimmy Butler well. And Jimmy Butler's pretty much just hoping for a switch. And on that shot Butler made over Maurice, it was because of the switch. When they ran the screen, Davis and Maurice switched. And so Davis's impact is definitely been, you can definitely see it. And if you don't, I don't know what you've been watching, but his impact on both ends has been very good, just as good as, better than LeBron's, but LeBron's leading them in points, rebounds, assists, a lot of categories, but Davis is looking more and more like the most important player. And when he plays out of this world, they haven't lost a game in this series. And now he turned his ankle, but he should be okay. And something with his heel, he bruised his heel. So the Lakers, it'd be best to go and try to wrap this thing up in Game 6, because you just never know with Glass Davis. It's one thing that's always been an issue with him is health to a certain extent. He's been healthy this season, but his time in New Orleans, it was always something, and it'd be best probably for them to definitely wrap this thing up, because God forbid something happened and he goes down, and it's just an older LeBron out there with the supporting cast, which is decent, but definitely not as good as the supporting cast he had in his second trip in Cleveland or Miami. Unless Caldwell Pope is going to step up and just play even better than what he has, or Rondo finds his rhythm again and starts giving you more than what he has the past two games, because that three-point shot isn't falling as expected, and yeah, he's getting assists, but when it gets down to it, you can't expect him to make a spot-up jumper, because LeBron's going to have the ball more likely, looking to make a play, or you're going to Anthony Davis and he's looking to make a play as well, or pass to the open man if he doesn't have the best shot. So we got a Game 6. I can be happy for another day. LeBron James doesn't have his fourth title, probably fourth MVP, and his third title with a third different team, which would make him the first player to do so. I was hoping Kawhi Leonard was going to get there first, but it's probably going to be LeBron, but he's a great player, and it's what great players do. But we have a Game 6 for now. Let's continue to get it done, Miami. Push it to the max. Push it on out to a Game 7. We get the full series as this odd and unique NBA season comes to a close in the bubble, and we're talking about crowning a NBA champion in October. Who would have ever thought? This is when training camp is usually beginning. and they're about to crown the champion, and then we'll see what they figure out for, take a few months, and maybe the season starts in January, more than likely. But I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. We'll see how next game goes. See what role players step up. See what it comes down to. And well, that's my time, folks. I'm Maurice Dixon, your host of the All Basketball Podcast, with this quick NBA Finals Game 5 recap between the Heat and the Lakers. Stay healthy, and until next time, peace and be blessed in Jesus' name.